Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Laz, and I'm sorry for the hiatus on Thursday last week. I had family things to do, so I did family things, as you do when you have to do family things, so you do that. I'll wait for people to come in, and then I'll start with the usual stuff. We're carrying on building the arc stuff tonight, and I've noticed it goes together into two very nice walls. So if you get each one of these and one of these, they go very nicely together like that and make a very nice wall unit that you can run in from either end, and it has doors either side, so you can get in either side. And yeah, nice. And both sections do that, which is why these ones are up here like this. See, so they are quite nice. Patrick, good evening. Good evening. We have TT Combat's arc. What's it called? Arc Sector. Now you can get the bigger version, which is essentially the same thing but with another floor underneath it, for about an extra tenner, and I wish I'd known that. But hey ho. This will work out nicely just for some archy terrain, although with the way this works, if the other one works similar, it will be another board's worth of terrain for arcs. It will be nice. It'll be nice. I'm not sure what some of these pieces are, so hopefully I'm going to be able to finish it. Can't get the instructions up. I was up to page 83 last time, I think, because I just finished the four corners and I was going to start working on the middle bit. I did scroll up a bit though to find out what was, yeah. So I scrolled to find out what we was up to, and we're up to the middle bit next. So there's lots and lots of little bits and weird things that I don't know what to do with. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens. So part 83, yeah, building that bit. It should be fun. Yeah. Right, so on one of the wooden sprues is going to be this piece, these pieces, and this piece. And I've got to find it because it doesn't actually tell me. It just says 1, 2, 4. It doesn't tell you whether it's parts 4, 5, 6, whatever part it's supposed to be. It doesn't have to give you any idea. Good evening, Ali. Good evening. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Right, so this has fallen out of, that bit has fallen out of here. That's good. We found where that's come from. There's two of them. Going off the picture, it's this piece and this piece, but I've got to push all this middle bit out. So I'm going to push the big square out first, just because hopefully that'll make it easy with all the inside bits. Because it's wood, it's a pain in the ass. Fargrim, good evening, welcome in. See, I've got to be careful because some of the CNC cut lines, even though they're light along here, it does really make it fragile. You can break it so easily. I believe that is Lee popped up in the portrait mode. I'm sorry, people in portrait mode, I do not have the chat up at the moment because I'm having to use it for the instructions. So I need to get these two pieces out and then the middle bits out. Don't know what these bits are going to be used for, and I doubt these bits are going to be used for anything apart from fleshing out other bits later for me. None of this is really going to get thrown away, especially some of the CNC cut bits, because I can use them for rubble later. But I need that bit, and I need that bit. Yep, gubbins, lots and lots of gubbins. But I do have the, not just do have the arc scenery set, which I kind of bought off a whim. Because somebody, well, Cody, before they came up and was on the stream with me, give me an idea of essentially fleshing out the arc stage and making it into an arc. City. So yeah, I have that idea in my head. Thanks, Corey. Really, really thanks for that. But yeah, that's what you give me the idea of. So I got this to see if it was viable, and thinking, nah, it's not going to be possible. It'll be all right. And lo and behold, it is possible. You have a new range live on the website. We have breaking news, people, ladies and gentlemen. We have breaking news. While I'm looking up where the hell I'm supposed to put these things. Right. So looking at this, it's that way round, and they go in that way. So I think the only way to actually make it fit properly is that way. So we have a new range available on Rogue's Den Hobbies. And is that one supposed to go there like that? I think that one's supposed to go there like that, and that one's supposed to go there like that. I'm going to have a look in a minute and see if that's what the picture says. And I hope so. Right, just so people know, this stream is not sponsored by Rogue's Den Hobbies. I just buy a lot of crap from there, like cats and more werebears to flesh out my 8-ball unit. So if anyone's thinking, yeah, this is you're sponsored, but nah, I just buy a crap load of stuff from there. Which means I get to do this. I want to see what the new range is, and we're all going to find out together. Let's see, I can just start typing that in eventually. Right. And oh, Inquisition, Witch Hunters. Ooh. Right, let's change that. We want that one. Yeah. We'll do that. And we move it around. And we make it smaller so we can get all the... There we go. And we'll do the same again on portrait mode. We'll try and do the same again on portrait mode. We don't forget portrait mode. Portrait mode's over there. Different screen. I'll have a look at what these are, because I've got them two right. Well, I'll see what all these are. No, go away. Right, so we have 3 mounted knights. 2 lances and a sword, okay. Templar knights. Oh, doggies. Oh, battle priest with doggies. Oh, that's nice. A group of generic witch hunters. These are good for RPGs. Headless guys. Modular zealots. I'm assuming that means that you get to add heads and arms as you hands as you wish. An ogre witch hunter, nice. Flagellants with nice with definitely with flaying weapons. I'm assuming they're just standard zealots, you grunts. You would modular witch hunters, nice. Modular knights, modular flagellants as well. Modular battle priests, and then all the weapon packs as well. So So for modular, what did you get in the 59 handsets? So we get shields, we get crossbows, we get swords, we get hammers, we get axes, we get big fucking hammers, we get torches, we get maces, we get morning stars, I think they are, maces, daggers, flails. You get a lot of stuff. Nice. And the headsets as well to go with all the modular ones. Lots of heads. Different hat types. Different helmet types. Ooh, very nice. So a new Inquisition range. And a Headless Horseman if you want it to be. You can do a Headless Horseman. You don't have to give him a head. Just do a Headless Horseman. I'll be talking. If you don't like doing heads, you can buy an entire headless range. Just buy the weapons pack for none of them have heads. It'll be awesome. It'll be great. Right, come back to here because I can't see what's going on anymore. Yes, this is on landscape mode too. Hello to anyone who came in while I was flicking around on Rogues Den Hobbies website. Mandible Empire, hello, good evening. Yes, I'm also on portrait mode as well. Alright, get back to building. Let's get back to building. Enough shiny new stuff. We spent money on shiny new stuff. I'll show all the shiny new stuff off later. Because that is not the only thing that's been available on Rogues Den Hobbies recently. It is not the only upgrade to there. Right, so I need some weird angly bits and some weird angly bits and another weird angly bit. Right, so I need that weird angly bit, that weird angly bit, and that weird angly bit to be feet. It looks like. For the bottom of... So this is where the glue might have to come out. Yes! If you wish to go to Rogues Den Hobbies and purchase any of the things that I was showing. I don't know if I put a thingy in. Ali, could you do me a favour? In fact, I'll do it while I've got the screen open. Because it's a lot easier for me to just do that. Copy. Go to YouTube. Find myself. This is the annoying thing. I've got to find myself. I can't put links in portrait mode for some reason. I don't know why. I can't do a percentage thing. Which is like the world's worst keyboard. I can't actually do a percentage. Alright. I can. That should work, and now I can pin it. The kit I'm building is from TT Combat. It is the part of the Arc Sector range from their Sci-Fi Gothic range, and they do Arc Sector stuff in there. And this is one of the Arc Sector things. They do, as I said, they do a bigger version, and they like do walls and fortifications and all sorts of stuff. Okay, it's on a delay, but I can see it a lot quicker. I can see it a lot bigger and clearer. Well, I'm going to have to get rid of it, whether I like it or not. Just have to try and make the actual screen bit as big as I possibly can so I can actually see what I'm doing and read the comments. Glue. I forgot to get glue. Well, I've not forgot to get it. It's here next to me. So I forgot to pick it up from the floor. Mini Laz has just been battling sparkles on Pokemon. Pokemon Banana, apparently, as far as he's saying. I don't think it was Pokemon Banana, but okay, right, so where does the big bits go and where do the little bits go? So the big ones go at the end, at the very end. Underneath the two things that I've not built there. So I need to build two of them. Which means I need two of them. Four of them and two of them. And then they go in and then they go on the bottom of them. Helps if you read the instructions, doesn't it? No worries, Lee. No worries. Thank you very much for coming in, mate. I hope your track's coming along. And you've not been to the shops for a while. In fairness, I don't do many opening ones. I don't get a chance to go to the shop. I would like to finish off the rest of this arc set though, but at least with a couple of walls and maybe a couple of the fortress sets and maybe like a barracks or something, or yeah, be able to make it so it's like an arc base rather than just one singular building. I think it'll make the board better and allow me to fill the board a bit more. All archy, so I can have an archy board, not just a ruined city imperial board. I would like to build some kind of fashion board for each faction, but that's just ridiculous amount of terrain. But what I might end up doing is turning the MDF terrain into the Tyranid terrain, and then try and make something out of the other stuff that I've got for the Imperium. Or use all the Imperium stuff and use that for the Archy terrain. Oh, I could use the Bastion. I could use the Bastion and that thing for Archy terrain, couldn't I? I could. That would be a great idea, lads. That is an awesome idea. You should do that. I should. You're a genius sometimes. I know I am. Thank you very much. I got funny looks off both of them then. It is a school holidays at the moment, so yeah, Mini Lads is still up listening. And apparently that was...
I was saying it was bedtime.
Oh, really? You don't just
Oh.
I can hear you from my headphones.
So you just put it out again, yeah. So I have a question. Could I not put the instructions on the screen in front of you like you did with Graham's website? I could, but then it'll cover up what everyone's saying, so I would never get a chance to respond. So instead I've got it on my phone, but my phone keeps going off. So I kind of look ahead a little bit and then figure out what I've got to do for the next couple of sections, and then come back and do, and yeah. So little bits at a time, little bits. And Mini Lads has just found out his bedtime. Despite it being the holidays, it is nearly 10 o'clock, and for him that is way past his usual bedtime. That is a late night for him. Teenagers, however, will probably still be up. In fact, I almost guarantee it. They'll be up till stupid hours in the morning. Stupid hours. Kids country, hello. You're hella sick right now. Hopefully then you're tucked up somewhere nice and comfy, and you've got some chicken soup or something equally as refreshing, whether you know, a vegetable soup, I don't know. Definitely need something to make sure that you're recovering well and staying hydrated, depending where you are in the world. Where are you in the world, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? You might need to make sure you stay really well hydrated, especially if you're like me and over in England at the minute, and it is absolutely freaking roasting. It is not a pleasant day. It is not a pleasant day. It is very, very bloody warm is what it is. Hi Milana, hello. Milana? I must have missed comments. I've missed comments. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to miss comments. It's just sometimes I'm looking away from everything else that's happening because yeah, this stuff takes me to concentrate. Don't you start meowing at me. Sparkles is down in a second. You can meow at Sparkles. Yeah, you can meow at Sparkles. She's not the one live on camera. No. Graham, we are very, very close to me and Sparkles doing a little mini shot just on our own. Try out your dice that you sent us. Thank you very much, by the way. Cape Town, South Africa. Yeah, well, yeah, it's definitely bloody warm there, so yeah, be careful. I don't think it's quite that warm here today, although it feels like it. It's 31 degrees C. I don't know what that is in where everyone else measures temperature in. Although it got up to 32 at some point. How's that global warming? It's warm. It is definitely warm. Oh, you're getting into winter. Yeah, we're still gonna be bloody warm. 17C. 17C is nice. 17C is nice. That's nice summer weather for us. Right, so you put 2 of them in place. And then you make 2 more which go... Is it 2 more? No, just 1 more which goes over here. Right, so that's what the last leg's for. So it's the last 2 of these. And then 1 of these. And then there's going to be a little square. There it is. We got it out earlier. I think 27 degrees. It's been 32 here today, Ali. 30 bleeding 2. And no breeze. No breeze. Breeze makes a huge difference, especially in a country like Britain where it can just get muggy and moisture in the air, and yeah, if it doesn't move it gets crap. Oh, being Mr. Obvious, I am pointing out that in a few months there will be obviously an entire week where I am missing. And if you're not paying attention to why, because you're either new to the channel or you've just not been paying attention, then it'll become fairly obvious, probably closer to the time. Hopefully all this will be done by then, or at least in a good place for me to come back and start new projects. However, if that's the case, it might be a couple of links. Good evening, Lucky. Good evening. Your non-metallic metal's looking far better than I would. Well, mine would be if I was to attempt that. Yeah. I'm not saying you just need practice if you're not happy with your results. Although I'd be happy with those results if they were mine. But I've realised something. Stop comparing yourself to Twisted. It's definitely a good one. Don't compare yourself to Twisted. Otherwise you just lose track and you just give up on the hobby. That's not good. So that's nice and sturdy now with its legs. I suppose technically it's got 4 legs. Now we need to put some bits on top, which are going off my sliding phone, which is going flying off my knee. A very long piece. And 2 very small pieces. So those are the 2 small pieces. And I think that's the very long. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, there's the next 2. Right, okay. How's the one without a... This isn't making sense to me now. This is being weird. Right, I've got to take this piece out here. Oh, gotta ask, true. If you're gonna ask for the people that are good at it. Although most of the time I just get told it's practice. Practice. It's like, right, there is no easy way. Right, okay, practice is. Right, so get that piece and then get well, it looks like that piece. And that piece is supposed to slot in over here. And this piece is supposed to go over onto here. Okay. If you say so, Chief. Whatever you say. And that's supposed to slot in nice and snugly over there. To help finish that off. Okay, and it works. Fair enough. Can't argue with that. But you can, but you'd be wrong because it works. So paint and glue. It's a different form of paint. It's an odd form of paint. Good evening, Twisted. Was your ears burning? Pointing out the key to your skill and ability is practice, but to a degree some of it innovation as well, with particularly with your rigs and how you layer things up or how you get your results, but that's different. Now this is supposed to go over the other side, but it doesn't have anything for me to it has no nubbly bit for me to glue it into, so it has no slot to go into there. So am I supposed to use something else? Oh no, it's supposed to go underneath. Right. So it goes right up against this and goes underneath the other side. Feeling quite a bit better today? Good. We don't want to repeat over the weekend, please. Summer is coming, so hopefully it'll ease off a little bit. Actually, probably won't because of pollens and crap. Forget what I'm talking about, I'm an idiot. Supposed to slide into and on. There goes my phone. Because me clever. Me put the phone on the slippy thing. Especially now that I took the case off it, that makes more than enough sense, doesn't it? There we go. There we go. That's how that's supposed to work. Now I get it. Next is 2 little finger bits to fill in this gap and this gap, and then I think that's it done. That is it done. I'm going to guess there to help hold the next piece in place, because the next piece is a big old chunky piece. Well, it's the oil pumpy thing, which, as I said, you get on the bigger version, but the bigger version is just a floor higher, so it's the same pieces, you get an extra floor underneath. Could be useful, especially as I want to split this one off into smaller pieces, to be able to have that bigger one as well. But I am still thinking of using the Fortress of Redemption and the Bastion to make an art city. Because why wouldn't I? And the Ark City can be the Imperial battleground as well. And then the Tyranids have their own, and the Orcs have their own, and Imperials fight everywhere. So that is the next floor from this. It's actually the middle section. So if we actually put it together, which this is going to be fun. Right, that one goes there. Does that one go? You're going to have to move. You're going to have to move. That one goes there. That one goes there. And then that one goes there. And you get the large piece. The big piece. And there's still another piece to go in the middle here though. Which is one we're going to get started on next. That's probably going to be a part of one of the barricades. Trying to find room for all this is finicky, especially on the desk. Good job, it's relatively stable. Next part. So we've got lucky for faces and we've got twisted for bases. We're very blessed on my Discord. Some very talented people. Right, so I need whatever this weird bit is and this weird bit. I'm guessing they're not supposed to be on here. So let's flip it over and see if we can find them easier that way. Yeah. So this weird bit is obviously this weird bit. Just that way around. Oh, this looks fragile. This looks really fragile. Really careful with that, lads. Really careful. There we go. So we have that one, which is, yeah, that bit comes from that side, and then the other one was that bit, wasn't it? Careful, careful, steady. Steady now. There we go. Right. Going that way to those ones. Somehow I think that's supposed to be missing. Glue first. Glue, 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 glue. Turn my phone off instead of on. Right. Then it's the weirdy bit. And then I need to look for 2 cogs and... Right. Okay, well I'm getting the weirdy bit out. I'll have a look for whatever this bit is. Okay, tabletop scenics, numbers help. Okay, numbers help. Painting on the glue, painting on the glue. Patrick's just gone on one massive conversation with Lucky. I'll have a read of that in a second. Let's get these bits in. Let's get in there, you motherfucker. Well, yes. Sometimes people ask for stuff not realising what they're asking for. It's like, that's not good enough. Well, tell you what, mate, you gotta fucking go, because this thing's tiny. And I don't know where you're looking to get these things painted done that much better, but yeah, fuck off. Right, where's this piece? I can't see it. Oh, there it is. I've got a feeling I'm going to need all them soon as well. And then I need the 2 cogs. Well, they're not really cogs, but they kind of look a bit cog-like. This is all off sprue number 6, by the way. This isn't a construction guide, this is just me making them. This is what I'm doing for hobbying tonight, so. And you want to get the flat one, and that goes into that section there, like that. Small flat one, that section. Okay. Now what have we got to do? All the other bits, as I said, all these bits now go around and make a barrel. And then that clips onto the end of here. No worries, Ali. You have a good night and thank you for calling in. Thank you very much for calling in. Right, so there's certain ones that go on certain ones. Certain ones with holes in and certain ones without holes in. So the ones without holes in go in the slatted ones, and the ones with holes don't go in. So, see, different. 2 different sets. And they're going to go on all of that, essentially. All this will be Mod Podged prior to painting, just to give it all an extra seal in. And then I can get it ready for painting. Painting. Who'd have thunk could try that on this channel? I wouldn't have thought I'd try that on this channel, but it's suck it. But I try nonetheless. I'm never going to get better if I don't try. Still need to wait for Northern to pop back in. I still need to message him actually. That'll probably be the better option. And if we can arrange a game, anyone in the northwest, obviously, it's more than invited to come down and have a chat. I'm sure Element Games will enjoy. Love the extra customers. Who knows? Although one of my armies will be getting his butt kicked by the other one, and that is the whole point of going down with Northern. I'm going to find a box or something, a couple of boxes for transport though, just to make sure nothing gets damaged, which might be difficult for the Tyranids. There's a bloody lot of them in the box. He's using 40 of my bloody termagants. Well, I might be using 40 of my termagants. Oh, Northern might be. As well as the Norns and the Hive Tyrants and the Carnifexes. So not a nice bloody army. The other side's got Terminators and a couple of some Dreadnoughts. So still, not a nice bloody army. Both sides are going to have to work it out for them if we can get around to playing. Right, now we have the barrel-y thing, which you already know where this goes. This gets glued up and whacked on the end of there. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Do it, thank you. For purposes of this video, I've made my phone easier to open. Right, now we've got to slap a top on it. What in blue blazes is the top. Oh, it's this bit here. Right. Oops. I didn't break anything vital, luckily. But I have just snapped a big bit of the outside sprue, which isn't a bad thing because I need to use it for stuff, but that is the top piece, which I'm guessing goes along. Goes along. Where the fuck else does this go along? Does this go along there? I know I've got instructions in front of me that I could quite easily look at, but I want to try and figure this one out just because it was confusing me and it confuddled my brain a little bit, and I wanted to make sure I could, yeah. It looks like it should go on there. It's just going to be a very, very, very snug fit. And then this one does that one. That one doesn't actually touch. Okay. Let's find out if I was right. Yeah, I was. Right, so now this end we get this wall piece. And I want to try and do the other ones tonight as well. Am I nuts? I might be. It's not been confirmed. Well, it has been confirmed. But still, I haven't printed out a certificate. I haven't got a printed version, so it's not 100% until somebody sends me an actual celebratory certificate to say, well done, you are crazy. So until I get that, it's always plausibly deniable. Moo, hee 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 hee, ha 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 ha. And that goes in there like that. Let's make boxy thing. Boxy thing goes on top. Okay, now this section. Okay, so we need 2 funny pieces with slots in the top. See, these could be fucking anywhere because we've used so much stuff from different spruce. And I've got no idea which bits are going to end up going where. So we need halfy thingies with slots in the top. We used a load of them earlier. Got halfy thingies with the slots in the bottom, but we need it in that bit. Is that the right way round? Yeah. Right, we're definitely none on there. I've got the slotty thing in the bottom and the wrong way round. What about on this one? No, no, no. Aha, there they are. There they are. Found them. Oh, can you not squeeze an extra half an hour or so here or there? Just to maybe finish an arm, finish a leg. Take it with you with lunch breaks, things like that. Do smaller bits, so you've got, when you do come down, you can concentrate more on the other bits. So no chance of anything like that. As I know you would like to get it done on time. It's kind of the point, I suppose. And it's that bit, and then you know. That's not like. I'm sure you'll be able to go out lucky. You can do it. You can do it. Cut the heads off. Speaking of headlock, is it Duodent? They're called the headless horseman type creatures. Yeah, I'm tempted to do some of them now as well. Graham, you're a sod. Sparkle's gonna hate you. I'm gonna save a load of money on the honeymoon and could change it when I come back and go buy a load of models. That is one of the things about non-metallic metal. You've got to be relatively precise with your lines. That's why I've not attempted it yet. I'm not very precise. I've not evolved from dry brushing, so I'm not really one to talk when it comes to not being able to do techniques. Right, so that's that bit done. Now, big lever thing. We need one of them, and we need we need that bit, and then we need at least one of them. I'm guessing we're gonna need both of them eventually. We just need one for now. So we're fine. Yep, we're going to need both of them. And we're going to need another middle bit, and then we're going to need archy faces. I can deal with that. Archy faces. It needs more orky faces and more orky glyphs. But if I can get it built and put together, at least it's a starting point, isn't it? That's the main thing. Right, now that I've got that there, I can put that down, and I believe is this supposed to go this way? Like that. And it goes on top of. See, if you know how to do true metallic metal, I'll go for true metallic metal. It seems like the good idea. Just go with what you know if you're in a time limit. If you've got all the time in the world, then sure, try out new techniques. But if you're on a time limit and you want it ready for a certain thing, go with what you know, because that way you know you can do it under the time constraint. Glue, glue, glue. Glue, glue. Glue, glue, glue. Glue, 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 glue. That's a glue. Ah! You're supposed to stay up there. You're not supposed to fall off. Why are you wonky? I'm going to wiggle you around in there for a minute and get some glue on you. Because there's a lot of glue in there. I'm going to put you back on there and you're going to be good and stay. So you've already submitted the list. So yeah, you need to get that list finished essentially. In that case, I'd go with true metallic metal. If I was in your position, that's just if I was in your position though. The choice is entirely yours. I know is I'm getting sick of using PVA glue to glue things together at this moment in time. It's one thing I know. But luckily I'm not on a timetable to do this really. So I can taketh my time to a certain degree. Right, now that both of the outsides of these want gluing with, so I can stick the art glyphs on them. I'm not sure which is supposed to be the top and which is supposed to be the bottom because of the bullet hole, like screw holes. Screw holes top. Right. Art glyph. Art glyph. Excelente. Right, what comes next? Oh, this actually slots onto the right, okay. And a fair bit of glue on that. This actually slots onto here. So it ends up there. That one just does not want to stay on, does it? And it's going to need extra glue. In fact, I might get it in place and then just drop some super glue on it while I've got it up in the air. If I can. Not exactly the best way to put, well, bloody good way actually, because super glue sets these quite quick and hard. Well, so at the moment, yeah, it looks something like that, but that's weird and gone all odd, so not good. That's not stable or set. So what do I have to counterbalance it? Oh, I have the pig nose to counterbalance it. That's why I have to counterbalance it. I have a pig nose. I have a pig nose and a broken peg. That's what I have. I'm sorry, that is not going to counterbalance that bloody weight. I was going to have to lay it down somehow. Or, better yet, some super glue dropped in the bloody thing just to make sure it stays. Super glue method works. So he's wanted me to put a lot of crap in round here. Which is right, okay. And that's these two long pieces for some reason. There's some other pieces that I can't figure out what they're for. And he's not told me to use them yet. So it's worrying me. Whether I was supposed to have put them somewhere and I've not. And I've missed them. No worries, Fargrim, no worries. If you are hobbying, you are hobbying. I am hobbying. I'm assuming other people are hobbying, or chatting, or chilling. It's a general idea of my Mondays. Everyone's had a crap day Monday. Could do with something nice and chill just to relax to in the evening. Or in the after, whenever, yeah, depending on your time. Might be the morning, might be something nice to wake up to in the morning, hopefully. Or it might be something that's really, really annoying and gets you worked up for the day and gets you like, yeah. No, nobody's going to mess with me today. I've listened to that British twat all fucking morning. Yeah. Who knows? Just don't. Although I do know I'm getting hungry. Yeah, my living room is like a bloody oven as well at the minute. So I think that some of this glue's drying particularly quicker than it should do, so much that it can't actually dry in the place that I want it to because it's already done. Right, them two pieces are supposed to go in there. And then there should be one last piece to go on the end of there. Which could be an almost bloody any sprue at this moment in time. But I'm going to have a look. There it is. And then we're probably going to have foot plates to go on a load of things as well. Woohoo! Yeah, foot plates. And then I can move on to the other ones. which there are 4 2-stories and 4 1-stories, which I'm going to make into actual buildings. Only 2 floor, but still actual buildings. I'm trying to be really careful with this, but it's just not working. I'm going to have to get rough with you. There we go. So what you don't want it to do is split, which this just bloody has. How lucky. Okay, I'm going to go grab a sandwich in a moment to let all this dry, because as far as I'm aware, this is most of it done. Although I wasn't hungry earlier, I'm bloody starving now. It's usually the way it works, isn't it? Yeah, then I need 1, 2, and a weird one. So now I'm looking for feet, which are all there. 1, 2, and the weird one. Tomorrow you need to make sure you do a session of painting earlier in the day, and then another in the evening. You put it away for today. Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, if you're in the position where you're overtired, you're overstressed about it, and you know that is just going to make the paint job worse because of it, then yeah, it's best to put the brushes down. But if you can get 2 painting sessions in tomorrow, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, that's obviously the better than just getting 1 painting session in. I mean, I only get 2 work sessions in a week. So the fact that you're getting more than that in already is excellent. You're already bound to make more improvements than I will. Right, last foot should go in there. I'll have to take some photos of this. Please, people, remind me. If I put it in the work in progress tonight, it will remind me to actually go back and look at everybody else's work in progress as well. I actually think that's supposed to go in there like that. But it doesn't quite, unless it's supposed to go on the outside there. Then it doesn't quite fit. It does fit that way though. It fits that way, but it doesn't fit. I think that should go around there, and it doesn't go. I think it should go that way around. But because of this big bleeding thing here, it doesn't fit. How lovely of it. So it has to go that way. It's the only way it fits. I believe that is the fetus. What else do we need to do? Oh, there's another piece. There's another piece. I have a feeling it was near the fetus. There it is. So we have this piece. And what comes after that piece then? Oh, that's where that piece goes. I was wondering what you did with that. Right, okay. starting to make a bit more sense now. Yes, how are you doing, Dan? How are you doing? I noticed you had a live stream. I'm assuming you've just come direct from there with you and Spencer. Spencer trying to rock the best Kenny Rogers impersonation that he could. I'm assuming he's with you still. Bass kicking in. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Although it does sound like you and Spencer are having a good time, which is nice. You guys have not been as active together for a while. I'm assuming the catch up is going absolutely wonderfully. If not scaring a wife. Go, you better not do anything. I won't, honey, I'll be fine. I'll be with Spencer. What's the worst that could happen? This gig Electric Callboy, I believe. You were both ready and raring to go. Right, so that bit is supposed to slide up into there, and then so that's supposed to be the counterbalance. So that okay. Where's the super glue for this one? Just to make sure that connection gets done properly. Right, now it's a load of extra stuff on these bits. So it's some square. So it's these four here. Wrap around from the inside and the outside to kind of join it together. MDF sucks ass. It doesn't suck ass, it's pretty good, but it's not like plastic where you just get a pair of snips and it's done. You've actually got to be careful and do things with it. So, gluing one of them in. And this goes, if you're looking here, across this bit and across that bit. Yep, you heard me. I've got to get that to sit across there, see? So it goes across there. For an MDF model that comes, see it just laser cut, they have a surprising amount of detail on them sometimes. A very surprising amount of detail. Yeah, texture paste is a good idea, especially if you're in a rush. And I said PVA glue and tea bags done. That is a base completed. Where's the little circle things? There's two little circle things. I'm going to need one for each side. So I might as well get them both out. I'm assuming Dan's watching me at the moment. Just so he can calm down a little bit and not be too hyped and use all his energy up before he goes to the gig. Certainly not the most exhilarating and adrenaline fueled videos. I'm aware of that. I'm happy with that. Don't worry. PVA glue. Little circly bit. Done. for this side. PVA glue. Try not to knock the ones that you've just put in the back out of place. That's a good one as well. That's one. That's two. And now we need the little valvey thing. That goes in there. I'm not having the X-Men symbol. It goes for your valve. There we go. That's both of them. Anything else I need to go onto this? Anything else? Before I start moving on to the crap bits. I don't mean the crap bits, I mean the filler bits. So we've got another little one to do on something that looks an awful lot like this, but from the other side. And we're going to have two of these to build. Oh no, this is the one that's got the vent on it. Right, okay. So two awkward bits to build, but still one of each. And that's the second one. Okay, I'm going to go get a sandwich while some of this dries. Because it does need to dry. And then I can clear some more out of the way, and then I can carry on making stuff. If anyone wishes to go grab something, please feel free to do so. And then, yeah, we'll carry on. You're sharing the process and getting done. Inspiration plus 10. Thank you very much, Fiber. Thank you very much. Hello, the inspiration for Warsissy is not mine. That was definitely Cody's. Anyway, sandwiches away. Oh my knees, I'm getting out. Kaboom, bang, wallet. So just going off the picture off the front, there are 3 barricades. One with the panel thing on, like this. Then one with, or 2 with that half drum thing there, which caused me no end of fucking trouble last time. So this should be interesting. This should be really interesting. When was my last stream? I suppose we can go further back than that. While I'm eating, I'm going to have a flick through. Hope everyone doesn't mind the work in progress that everyone else has been putting up. Okay, it's not letting me put Discord up for some reason. And I don't know why. Okay, I can't look at Discord. I'm not sure why it will let me look at Discord. That's weird. It was really bizarre. That is tragic, Lucky, you're right. I don't know why the window capture's not working. I mean, it'll let me grab my own screen, which I don't wish to do because that's that, and that's just silly. But it won't let me grab Discord. It usually does. I can do it this way. Screw you, Streamlabs. I'll find a way around it. Alright, so we're going to go back up. And we're going to start with Lucky's Dreadnought. Turn my brightness up a bit, that might help. And get rid of various things. So we have Lucky's very nice Dreadnought for the Ultramarines. There is still needing the base done and too much glare from the camera. Lower the light. That allows us to actually look in a bit more. Some very, very, very nice paint jobs. Oh. It's the only way I can think of. Streamlabs not let me do it. So Streamlabs can go get screwed. And I'll just do it this way. See? Screw. And then we've got to twist his creativeness into how he wished to graffiti up his containers. A bit of Bow to the Four-Armed Emperor. On some very rusty looking containers. Go check the video out for that. It's quite ingenious how he did it. We also have a house work in progress at the moment, which is using a lot of Palatine forces and various other troops. I believe that's the Trench Crusade. As well as some very interesting ideas for models for his own game. We have some more graffiti there from Twisted Nurse painting. Yeah, flick across. The hive rats. Skaven, yeah. Basically the hive scum, the hive rats. I do like that one. KDFL, get over it. Even got a bit of a Daredevil thing going on. Very nice. What else do we have? We have them. But you've seen them. We've got How's Weird Killer. But I don't know what it is. It's definitely a something. And now we come back to Lucky's. Well, Lucky's been working on non-metallic metals, which is where he was looking to ask for a bit of help from Twisted. Although going off that, that's looking pretty damn good, I've got to say. And we're not even getting started on this. Okay? Warhammer Head. We know how big they are. What the fucking hell? What? What? How? That's not allowed. That's cheating. That's really nice. That is really nice. And that is what everyone's been basically been Twisted and Lucky posting stuff at the moment. Some very nice. And how? Sorry, how I forgot about you there. That does actually make quite a lot of playable terrain. On that head, is that small? I won't give a crap, that's too fucking good. And, yeah. It's a head, it's tiny. If you're scrutinising the model from that much, from about 3 or 4 foot away, you've got something really wrong with your life. It's on the tabletop, it's rolling to shoot at you. Prepare your save dice. It's barricades next, isn't it? Oh, you mean, right, okay. Yeah, exactly. That fucking tiny it is. People see it as a picture and it's that big, it's like, oh, that's good. And they think it's actually that big. It's like, no. Damn thing's about 3mm. Maybe half a centimetre if you're lucky. Good evening, Beaky. Good evening, mate. How you doing? How's the car going? How's the battlefield going? How's the computer running? Fucking tiny head. Tiny head. You shouldn't be able to paint it that well. He didn't even have wonky eyes or anything, Lucky. Come on. No wonky eyes. How are we supposed to believe that's been done by an actual Warhammer fan? Right, now let's move on to barricades. No, don't open Reddit. So we have the wrong, long, streaky bit. We don't need that one yet. We'll do this one. The one with... Can't see it because it's... too dark now, see? There we go, that's better. The one with that bit. True. Determination, patience, practice is what it will take. I just haven't had. I don't. Non-metallic metal for me is a showpiece technique, and that means for me that it's for display models. And if you're not doing display models, then it's not the techniques you should be using. And I'm not doing display models, I'm doing models to be used on the tabletop. So I want them to look good from every angle. Whereas non-metallic metal only works good from the angle it looks good from. That's generally why I've not tried non-metallic metal yet. If I do happen to get some pieces that is like, ooh, I would like to paint that as a... That's when the Spare Space Marines and Chaos Marines and other stuff comes out and start practicing non-metallic metal. When I have enough models, I should be able to do it. So 3 along there, 2 along there. Okay. Are these supposed to help this thing stand up? I don't think they're going to do a very good job on their own. How many of these am I supposed to have? This one's taking 5 and all 3 of them take 5. Thin the paint a lot, yeah, almost glazing level. And then, what is it? Load up your brush, wake off the most of the water on the paper, test it on your fingernails to see if it's too watery and too dry, not transparent enough. Also use the fingernail test to shape your brush. Fingernails. I don't have long fingernails. I know I still have enough to use though, which is good. There we go. See, it's got a second one and it likes it. Back on the table, so out of context. Right, I must have more. There's one. Say I must have more because it wants 5 of the damn things on this one alone. Never mind what it wants on the other 2. That sandwich did not do anything. I do have a pizza. I just have to cook it. Obviously, cooking a pizza is a longer break. A very much longer break. So we might not want to do that. Louis, you made it. You did. We are trying to get more DACA, but we need to want to mount our DACA first. So we are finding mounting points for our DACA, mainly along all this stuff. And in true out fashion, we are using anything that bleeding works. And some things that don't, but they work anyway. It worked for the speaker, which is now sat right there next to the television. And we'll be using it tomorrow while I sort the garden out and mow the grass early in the morning if I get a chance. I hope so, because I was supposed to do it today. And that didn't work out. Right, so I know where the two ring pieces are. They're there. I'm supposed to put one on the inside of that. But then I've got to find that other weird looking piece that looks like a pain in the ass. The one that's currently red here. This one. I look exhausted. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Tablets and it being late accumulate into a... yeah, I don't look... I'm alright. I'll be fine. I just need more liquids. At this moment in time, it's probably a good idea. It's too warm, that's the problem. Far, far, far too warm. Right, where's this other piece? Little piecey, where are you? Little piecey, where are you? Like a U with wings. I need to find a U with wings. Ah, that I use with wings. But which U with wings do I need? I need one of those ones. It's always nice to find the bit you need. Sometimes it just takes a bit of looking for. That pizza's sounding really good right now. However, I need to get pieces put together. Otherwise, it don't work. Then I attach the other two pieces together. And they, oh fuck's sake, right, okay. That looks fun, doesn't it? Look at that. Look at that. That looks like a whole heap of fun, that. Take these square things and make them fit into an hole they don't look like they want to fit into. And honestly, our precision engineering is going to be so good. Yeah, I friggin' hope so, because if not, this is going to be a right old shit show. Precision engineering piece number 1. Precision engineering piece number 2. We have it. We have it. Booyaka. Sha. We have it. Right, now we need to get a spike with him. A spiky bit like that, but with a full slot on it. Okay. Which Derek, Dave, Pisshead our arsehole decided to... There we go. We found it. We found it. How are you doing, Louis, by the way? You were kind enough to come in and tell me I looked like shit and I had to sleep and... I'm joking, but how are you doing? Is it just that one piece for that section? Yeah, and now we get all the other bits and they go around. Right, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and I've got 4 there. Okay, I can get them 4 out, that's easy enough. You son of a... I will just snap everything off around you to get you out. You do realise that, you silly piece of wood. You're going onto that piece there, like you're supposed to, and you will be a good bit of CNC MDF and do as you're fucking well told. Then I need 7, so I need another 3. And I found them straight away this time. See, them 2 popped up. Them 3, not a problem. Them 3, these 3 were fine. You 4, knobheads. They are the knobheads. You had a 4-day weekend. Love it there. Lots of model building. Lots of creating stats for 1-page rules. Nice. You've made a Thunderwolves list and now you're in the Techno Barbarians. Awesome. Good evening, Cam. Good evening. Has 3D printer been going brr? I'm sure Clumsy's loving it with all the extra things she's getting you to print out for her. I need this to make this stuff, and I need that to make that stuff. And this will come in really handy if we never needed to. However, I've decided I need a cigarette and a pizza. So, there is going to be an intermission once I've finished this barricade. And then hopefully I can finish the other 2 barricades while I'm stuffing my face full of pizza. That's going to be nice. I know I've just had a sandwich and people are thinking, you fat fuck, you've just had a bussy. I know, but I'm hungry. I had half a pizza earlier, but I wasn't that hungry earlier. Now the temperature's gone down. Should be alright. No worries, Falcon. You have a good night, mate, and thank you for calling in. Thank you very much for calling in. Also, anyone watching, if you're not already, there is a free Discord server. If you are interested in being able to speak to me on a more direct basis, there is an option for Patreon where you, about 4 times a year, you get the option to demand at least an hour of my conversation and time for less than minimum wage, so that's a bargain as far as I'm concerned. should be the barrel done. You get back on there, you. Right, is that this one done, and can I go put the oven on? Nope, it has a top. Of course it has a top. Why would it not have a top? I have not seen any of the circly bits. Oh, there we go. I've seen one now. I found one. There's one there. So this is going to be the top for that. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, we can do that. Speaking of Scouts, I was talking to Mars today. He's Mars, I say Mars. Steve, if you catch him in Discord, he's Mars, but if you catch him in here, he's Steve. Steve at his caravan, having a very lovely old time. Right, so next he's going to make me work on, I'm going to guess this one. It's going to have some slightly things going in there. But that was not looking too bad as far as a... See, it varies, but yeah. The price for the Patreon is way less than minimum wage. Saying that though, as I said, I'm going to go put pizza on because I'm fucking starving. I'm really hungry. Anyone else wish to go get snacks, tea, coffee, cigarette, anything like that? Now's the time to go do it. I should be able to turn that off this time. There we go. And let's go find us some music to listen to. It's going to have to be, hasn't it? It's going to have to be.
Get crappy. Go down. is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Always break to fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Always break to fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in, boys. 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 Go down, They're stuck in boys. Musings, always ready to fight and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get damaged. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. stuck in pause. Musings, always better fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in boys. Musings, always better fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in boys. Musings, always better fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get garbage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in boys. Go down, boys. Get crappy. Go down, boys. They're stuck in boys. Musings, always better fun and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or not. You just get damage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Musings, always ready to fight and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get damage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Musings, always ready to fight and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get damage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Musings, always ready to fight and win. Great is always the best. That's dead or nice. You just get damage. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys. Go down, boys. Get cracking. Go down, boys. Get stuck in, boys.
Hello everyone, I am back. I have food. I hope everyone's still here. I hope everyone's still enjoying themselves. And I hope anyone else who's gone to get food is going to get food. That would be absolutely wonderful if everyone is nicely snacked up. We like that. So next is this one, I think. And we don't need that piece to the last one. So we need 5 more of those long screwy weedy bits. What, you see 5 there? Oh, there's 6 there actually. So I'm going to pop all 6 out because I know we need more for the last one as well. We're going to need them all. Anyone else get snacks? What have you got? I've gone for a meat feast pizza and a fresh brew. A few additions such as paprika, garlic salt, onion salt, and a few other things. But it's primarily meat. I had to make it myself. Sparkle's gone to bed. I think it's at least 5 for this bloody thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. Mac and cheese with hot dogs. Yeah, see, good snacks. Good snacks. I do like my law. I'm not very good at creating it, but I do like the 40k law. It is what got me into it. It's what made me stay with the hobby initially. The law for it. I just, yeah. Particularly the War for Armageddon, which is nice that it's the 11th edition box set is going back there. It was Armageddon that really got me the Orcs, the Space Marines. That's where Gazgul and Yarick became probably my favourite duo of the setting. A regular, well, I say a regular human, he's been enhanced so many times now, he's hardly a regular human. But yeah, a human being. And the biggest and baddest orc of all. When you've got things like Space Marines and Demon Princes and Primax and all sorts of stuff running around. No, theirs is probably the best rivalry. So, 5 of these. Go into here. That's that one, which helps from the future ones because now they all stand up. Alter the way that the flanks are facing because you just do. Don't know why, but they tell you to alternate the way that the spikes at the top are facing. It's one of the few instruction sets I actually follow the instructions from. I might have to introduce Mini Lads to mac and cheese and hot dogs. I think he likes mac and cheese, he likes hot dogs. I think he'll love the two combined together. It might be the only meal we ever get out of him for a minute. What do you want for you to say? Mac and cheese and hot dogs. Can't have mac and cheese and hot dogs every day. Aww. Not unless you have broccoli and carrots and stuff to it. Fine. Mac and cheese with all of that. And hot dogs. That's what we'll probably end up with. Pizza. Hopefully it's cooled down a bit now so I can actually eat some. Although while I spot the other ones, I'm going to snap them out as well, just so I don't go looking for more of them later. Come on, come out now. Come out, come out, come out, come out, come out, come out. Doesn't want to shift. One. So they can kind of do curves using this burnt MDF stuff. It's just very limited. Well, good job that wasn't a bit that I needed, wasn't it? So it's just going to launch enough. See, there's lots of bits I'm looking at around here and I don't recognise them and I don't see where they're going to go. What am I making? I am making essentially either mini arc buildings or arc scatters, an arc scatter terrain. So this is like the barricades you would get. But there's kind of like an oil pump thing. And 4 kind of corner pieces, but they go together to make like long building, small building sections, or they can go together to make one big huge piece with that bit in the center to fill it in, because that's just kind of like a platform bit. So there's 2 more over there, and I'm just building the other bits up. I know I'm eventually going to need some getting certain bits out ready. In fact, going how that one's gone together, I think I can probably put the next one together quite easily without too much fuss, I think. I'm just going to have to go back through and find out where these other bits are that I've still got loads of and where they were supposed to go in the first place. Because they look quite important. They look like they might be connector pieces maybe, but they do look important. Good. Yeah, see I had to go for it. Yeah, shower always a good idea. Always makes you feel nice and fresh. I'm not sure what these pieces are for. I'm going to pop them out anyway. That's because they must be used for something and I'm just not sure what. That's everything on there. These are pieces to make the side generators. I remember that because they're a pain in the ass. These are topper pieces for this bit that I'm working on and the next bit, which go on there. These are more bits for the side generators. Don't know what this bit's for. I've got a couple of them, so I'm not sure what they're for. Now we have more bits for the side generators. Which they are a pain in the ass, them generator bits. They look good considering the square, but they're a pain in the ass. Just saying now. I do not like them. Out of this entire build, they're the bit that I like least. Here's the other wall. which doesn't want to come out. So there's the other wall piece, which we will get onto soon. That's that piece empty, that's that piece empty. That piece empty. That piece has got two of them and I still don't know what they're for. So they're worrying me. Because you don't usually put bits on that you don't need. So I know I need about 8 of those. I think I just found the final 3, which is good. I'm going to glue stick, glue stick, glue stick. Good evening, Francois. Good evening. I'll tell you, a few of you have me on Steam, don't you, as friends? Once I've finished doing this barricade, does anyone fancy playing a bit of Space Marine 2? I won't be streaming it, we'll just go on and do it. I've not done much of the multiplayer option. So we'll just run it through Discord. Once I've done these 3, of course. These 2 things. It could take me a while. That's preemptive. Well, that's good. There's the 2 side pieces to do. One of the pain in the backside generator bits that I don't like doing because they're awkward. There's the other one. Oh, there's another one. There should be 2 archy shaped ones somewhere. No. Okay. Oh no, they went on that thing, didn't they? These ones are just normal. These ones are just normal. I think this is the end of it. This should be the last of the bits that I need to dig out, I think. I hope. I'm getting 2 more of those pieces. I was starting to think that I've missed a lot of these from somewhere, and I'm not sure where I've missed them from or where they're supposed to go. And then the last piece is actually that ring in there, which is to go up with that. Okay. Well, we have the pieces it told us we're going to need next, so let's glue them in place. Before I paint it on Mod Podge, I will be going around cleaning up all the rough, fuzzy wooden edges where you've had to snap it out. Microfiber density board. Fibre being a big part of it, it does come out very bushy. Glue, 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 glue. Get in there, you son of a buffalo's dung pile. So there's that bit. That's the annoying bit to go next on that one. I don't like doing that bit. I'm going to do the rest of the other bit first. Yay, PVA glue. That's the other good thing about MDF. PVA glue works. And that piece slots on the end. And we've not given it a very stable place to stand. That doesn't help. There we go, that one helps. And then there's only two more left for this, and then the archy pieces go in like they did in the other one. So this one goes in here. Pardon me. And last one. Last one. Yep, I waited till it went on a silly sale as well. I don't have all the DLCs are out like that. No, do I intend to get all of them until they make them free. But I have the game. I have the weapons. I have the missions. Because the only thing they do DLC and pay for is cosmetics. Which is fine, I don't want the cosmetics. I want to do my own custom chapter anyway, so. Because I want black armour and blue shoulder pads, and that's all I need to unlock. And you can unlock that without paying cash hard money. I've just got to do a hell of a lot more in the PvE section. No, but if it's only cosmetics, I'm not too bothered about it. I can deal with not having cosmetics. As much as I'd like to run around in some really nice salamander gear and stuff like that, but no. I'm more than happy from running around in my own Space Marine chapters gear. I don't have to look like I've been to every war in the galaxy. Right, there's that. The tyre goes on this one. About there-ish. And now I've got two of those generatory things to make, and they're a pain in the ass. They are a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. done that bit. Oh no, I've not done those 2 bits yet. Get on. Really? Really? Did you just do that? You did, didn't you? Good job nothing got broke is all I can say. Ooh. Yeah, whoops indeed, Cam. Whoops indeed. Good job it is only wood. It can be fixed. Let's try not being so heavy-handed with this one. Firm. Just not heavy-handed. Right. We get one of these like that. We get the thick one and put it in like so. And we get some of the thinner ones. We try and fit them in the gaps. Going around. Ah, fun, fun, fun. But before I put each one in the hole, I dip it in a little bit of PVA glue. And I put each one in one by bloody one. And that's how we do this one. Did he change at some point? I can't remember. No, they just keep going. One more. I know you're the big one. He's the big one, he goes at the bottom of the other one. And then we got one of these. Essentially paint glue along all of them, just so they've got something on them. And now we try our bloody best to line this up. Because these don't like lining up, as they all move and wiggle. I don't want to do what they're supposed to. See? This is why I hate this bit. It's lining up multiple things that don't want to be lined up all at the same bloody time. Obviously you can risk snapping bits so easily, so simply, just by trying to force something that's not going right. There we go, that's starting to go in. Took some work, but it's done. There we go. He needs to go on the base and then go onto the. So this bit goes onto the base. I learnt my lesson from last time. I'm gluing all this bit together. And it goes on that way with the gappy place to the front. And then this is going to go onto one of those. Along these. Goes in there, hopefully. Yep, there we go. And we have the second barricade. Now to do it again. I really need to get some more practice and stuff in soon. Some models that I need to do that I need to practice the colour schemes on. Some slimmer than others. Supposed to go in different places. You're definitely a thick boy. As are you. Don't tell me after all this I've put a thick boy in a place where I shouldn't have put a thick boy and a thin boy in a place where I shouldn't have put a thin boy. And now I've messed it all up and that's why we're struggling. That's not going to be fun. I mean, it's hilarious for anyone watching. Yeah, you fucked it up. Like, yeah, cheers. I made a mess. Thank you very much for pointing out. At least I'll cover my head today so you don't, I'm getting blinded. I feel it was very tight, that. So tight, I don't actually think they're going to go in together. You would ever try and force the bloody things. I don't think they're going in. They just don't want to go together. Maybe none of them do. get a couple to slide. But in this case, I'm going to cheat because some of these are being a real pain. I'm just going to take off that bit and I'm going to super glue the damn thing. So get those two to go in at least. Kind of force hold that in place. Glue the bit I need to glue to get it to stay on the base at the bottom, and then push everything in and glue it all in with super glue afterwards. Make sure we get all this in, essentially. It should be what helps it keep its shape and structure. And once I can get it there, I can drop super glue in to hold it in place, as well as my fingers. I can feel this one burning. That's not good. Ow. Now, PV glue on there, and I probably should have put this in first, just to make sure it wasn't lopsided and wonky. Because if it is, it's gonna split. There we go, all three barricades. And I still don't know what all those bits are for. No idea what all those bits are for. Well, that is a completed arc. Who'd you watch? Sector, arc sector. I'm just going back through to see if I can actually find where these bits are for. I don't recognise it telling me to use them anyway. No. No. Nothing on this part so far. Oh, we're getting back into the four corner pieces. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yep, that's there. I don't like having bits left over, you see. Makes me think I've missed bits. And if you haven't, that's really frustrating. No, I don't seem to have. Nope. Not missed anything so far. Everything's hunky dory and tickety boo. No, I don't see. I'm not sure where they're supposed to go. Those are all extra bits. The extra bits obviously fill your bits boxes. When you're putting a kit together that's only supposed to be one thing and you end up with extra bits, you get worried. There must be extras, but I'm not sure what for. See, they look like they could be joining bits. So I'm not sure what they're for. And they could be something similar. I can make ladders. Or at least steps. Oh, they're too wide. That's too wide for them and they're too wide for that. That's a shame. Again, if I could find just the right thickness like that, I could make something out of them. But what? I'm not too sure. Well, ladders was the first thing that come to mind, then I realised I've only got 2 of them. Which is not good. So let's move these out of the way a minute. We'll actually put it all out. See if it will all fit in this section. You go up there, we know that. Then we find out which way around. Right, that fits like so. And that fits like that. And does this bit go around there, but something's fallen off? Would you believe is that? Okay. And then that as the final corner. So it does become a very big arc bunker. JV, what is up, homie? All is good, all is good. I just finished off some MDF terrain. Which either makes one absolutely massively big building. Finally off for a day. Bank holidays are so good, aren't they? Bank holidays are so much fun. So it can do that. Of course, barricades can just bunch up together and you would just make long versions. Or you can remove sections to make longer, thinner buildings. And building an arc bunker thing, well, it has an oil refinery. You did miss out on the arc stage. I don't know if it's popped up in your shorts or not, but yeah, sadly you did miss out on the arc stage, which I would think you would have got a kick out of. with it being a Bluetooth speaker and lights and stuff. It's all music, and it works. It works. It's great. Well, I've just finished building the art bunker with all its little extra barricadey bits. It does need mod podging. But I'm thinking how much detail will I lose if I use the grey one, so I might use the clear one. For an MDF kit, it does look alright. I'm quite happy with that. Not too sure about the big wall on this one, although it does act as an extra piece for when you break it up. You do have separate pieces. I need to glue that bit back down. That's what I need to do. Let's put glue on that. And then jam that thing in. So let's kind of do the same back here with that one. Just keep them in place. And then that leaves all 4 wall sections. Which, as far as detail goes, they are alright, as I said. For MDF, they do look okay. Having some recessed sections. I don't know, a lot of people are thinking, but it's just L shapes, they're all L shapes. Yeah, but you put 2 L shapes together to make a square. So it doesn't have to be all L shapes. And see, you can actually get quite a bit of height out of some of it. And some of it is good. Not quite L-shaped, but still giving you good coverage. Although, yeah, the majority of it is L-shaped terrain. But easy enough for you to help flesh out a battlefield. Especially using bits like this to extend out other walls. As ruins if you're not using it in the full size. Big whopping thing. That was good, in it. That is good, I've got to say. I do have another set of buildings to start. Those are all ruins. Okay, so let's have a look at the other instructions, shall we? And see how ridiculous these are going to be. So these are the ruins that we've got to build next. Now it's 4 2-story buildings, 4 1-story buildings. Now I have got a big sheet of MDF to glue them onto, like I did with the other ruins. I've kind of divided it up into 4 pieces because I'm going to use a 2 floor and a 1 floor on each. Before I do that, I need to have a look at the instructions and find out how difficult this is going to be. So where is it? The instructions are down here on. There we go. Come on, pizza. Pizza, pizza. Is that really how simple these are going to be? These look like they're going to be really, really easy. The containers look like the hardest part. Well, I think we can get cracking on that. That shouldn't be too difficult, in fact. What do you reckon? Should we get cracking on it? Nobody seems to be interested in playing Space Marine 2, which is fine. Let's start building some ruins. They don't help with these very much. They don't help with these at all, actually. Right, so there's a 2-story and a 3-story on that one. And there's a 2-story and a 1-story and 2-story on that one. Part of a single story on that one. That looks like all crates. There's a lot of floors. Some more floors, some barricades. Okay. Some walls, some floors. And some walls. So it looks like we have pretty much free reign to a degree on which walls we put together where. We've just got to get them out of the bloody thing in the first place. So we have one of those. If we get out any bits that look like they're repeating, or they might be interchangeable, then we can work it from there. I think that'll be a good idea. Find the interchangeable parts. So the floors with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, they can all go together. Then the ones with just 2 can go together, and then we know which floors can go for which places. Couple of small floors. Oh, there for barriers. Or broken down walls, or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, JV, we are building lots and lots of MDF terrain tonight. Getting it ready for mod podging. I'm trying to keep some of the stuff still on the sprue because I don't want to build everything tonight. I'm just doing the building sections rather than the barricadey sections. barricadey sections look simple except for the containers. They look like a pain in the ass. So I'll do them on a night when I'm mod podging. So I can mod podge, then do the containers, and then mod podge the containers, and hopefully lots of things have dried by the time I've done it. If we are lucky. If we're lucky. Well, we shall find out. So another 3. And another 2. And that just leaves 2 eagle heads on that sprue. Yep, nothing else on there regarding the building size. We have 2 floors here. And I know there's going to be lots of little bits that I need to go find, which I think are those bits on this sprue here. I'm going to have to go looking around for to finish off floors and things. And another 2. That's that one done. And now I think we're on for walls. Yeah, we're on for walls. That's a 2 floor. That's a single floor. Single floor. Single floor, 3 single floor, 2. Double floor is just double floor, I take it. Whether it's bottom slidey or top slidey, it's just double floor. Single floors are a little bit more varied apparently. Just wondering then, that can't be all of them. No, there's 2 bloody sprues there next to me. Still 2 that I've not even started on. I don't want to lose the doors. I don't want to lose the doors. I don't mind breaking a bit out, that's not important, but I don't want to lose the doors. So you can actually take the doors out of there if you wanted to. You see the... But I want to keep them. Because I'm awkward. And I could take them off and do them. Single floor, 3 window. You do get small buildings and you get large buildings in this particular set. Or small corners and large corners, even in the representative state of 1 floor or 2 floor. 1 floor gets large and small corners, whereas 2 floors stuck with what it gets. Which is why I kind of want to vary it up a bit. I have a large and a small together on each set. If I can get away with it, that is. If not, then I'll see what I can do. And I'll do that. More large. Or more 2-story, should I say. Ground floor and 1st floor, just to confuse all you Americans in there. Ground floor, first floor. Not first floor, second floor. The ground. The ground, you forgot the ground. How can you forget the ground? It's what supports everything above it. It deserves to be its own floor. Right, last sheet, because I think this has got all the little nubbly bits on it and things. My hands end up with bits of soot and all sorts on them when I'm using the glue and the wood. The glue and the wood. You end up covering all sorts of crap. So at least now we should be able to go, right, he wants us to use the second floor piece, the third floor. It should be easier. I hope. Doing all this first and then hopefully we can get all these done for tonight. And that will be nice lot of work done. I can go to bed feeling slightly more fulfilled as having done stuff, especially over the last few weeks where my hobbying has not been the greatest. And I need to keep this one out because that's got all the little things on he's going to tell me to use in a minute. Drink, pizza, let's carry on. Yes, I've seen the new art mech thing. Hopefully I will be getting when I get the Armageddon box. So these slot together like that. Okay. First we're going to use that just to poke a little bit of wood out. And it looks like he's got a little catch, so it kind of snags in at the bottom down there, which is weird. But okay, if that's how they want to do it, that's how they want to do it. It's making it a little bit tighter to get in though. But once it's in, yeah, it clips in and holds fairly well. Let's do that again. Make sure it weren't a fluke. Get that to go down like that, and then pressure there, pressure. Right, that was easy. Then you want a set of 3. Pardon me. And some glue. Try and push them into the toes. Push them into the toes. Come on. Push them in. Get in. Why are you not going in? Why is it not going in? I mean, there's bleeding snug fits and then there's whatever the hell you expect this to be. There we go. We have a flooring. I've got to do the same thing again. And then we need to find out where the little bits go. It's taken a lot of PVA to do this. Second floor. Shabam is done. And now we do what we can to try and get one side in, and then we know we've got to smack the other side in once it's in there. But you've got to get one side in first. Otherwise you might just end up smacking something and breaking it instead. We don't want that. No, no, no sirree, we do not want that. Come on people, sort this out, what's going on? Who's jinxing me to not be able to do this? Why is this just not for fitting? This is what I get for saying it looks easy, isn't it? I'll show you it's fucking easy. Something certainly not happy with this side. Although it's starting to go, it's starting to budge. There we go. That was a lot more effort than I was expecting. The floor did not want to go in. The floor did not want to go in at all. That means these have to go together, and they can only take 4s. And in this case, I'm going to try and put a couple of longer ones together. Or the longer one with the shortest one anyway. As I said, hopefully that means all we'll have left then is a couple of simple barricades, complicated boxes, and then Mod Podging, I hope. I'm going to try and not glue it this time just because glue got in the way of me being able to see what I was actually doing a little while I was doing it. And with the way this is going in, friction fit should be more than enough if you can listen to that cracking and that creaking. Friction fit is more than enough for these. Bloody Nora, is it? I am sweltering. It is warm. Even now, nearly getting on towards 1 in the morning. It is warm. There we go. So I've got 2 corners on single layers and 2. So now we have 4 downs. We should have 4 ups. Math people, we think we have it worked out. I think we do. So it does want us to put other little things in here. I'm not sure why. I think it might be so we can stack them maybe. But we shall see. What we do need to do is get the bloody floors in though. Which, as you can tell, going off the fun that I had a minute ago, it's not the easiest part of doing this. Especially when you're trying not to break the door at the same time. I think the idea is I've got to try and get it all in at the same time. Should probably get lining up 6 slots. I'm trying to get them all to slide in at the same angle, at the same pace. And some of them don't want to. You might not even have it all at the right angle. It doesn't help when some of them are fraying at the bottom. So they're just catching. Well, something started to click then. Whether it's what I wanted is a different matter, but something's going in. Something started to shift in. It's this side that's not. And I can't see why. Going off the way you've reacted then, Cam, I'm assuming you've seen the new art thing and thinking, oh good dear God, Laz has arcs. Is he going to be getting one of them new big mech rigs? The answer is hopefully yes. A week on Saturday. Pre-order 2 weeks later in my hands is what I'm hoping. Where is my craft knife? Where is my craft knife? It should be somewhere here, but I cannot find it. What I want to do is I want to try and scrape a bit off some of these because they're making it a little bit difficult to line it up and actually get it into the slots. Let's try again. Yeah, so I mean the big mech in the walker. That's what it's the mech rig. Big multi-shot cannon. Lots of rocket launcher shots. Custom force field. You know, what you would usually expect from a mech. Which I'm okay with because it'll go quite well with the Speedway. Needs someone to keep all the bikes in order. And all the buggies. Which of course will be getting the new war track as well. Which I'm not sure about entirely. I'm not sold on the war tracks. Once they got rid of it and put in the new buggies, I thought, right, that's it now. No more war tracks. You don't need it anymore. You've got specialised better buggies to go for, and then just went and brought it back anyway. I'm just trying to be gentle with this. If I can. Just to actually get it to go. I mean, near as damn it is near as damn it, but I would like it better than near as damn it. Yes, it is bigger than a Death Dread. It's the biggest single arc walker they've got. So it's smaller than the Garkanaut and Markanaut, but they're multi-crew walkers. So yeah, smaller than them, but bigger than the Death Dread and the Killer Count, obviously. And the Stomper still being the biggest of them all. So Cans, Death Dreads, Met Rigs, Garkanauts and Markanauts, Dumpers. That's both floors just gone. There's one, there's the other one. Some of them aren't going really easy. Some of them not so much. Oh, that went in a lot easier, didn't it? Oh, which ones of these are curling and not being nice? See, I'm not sure where these new Met Walkery things are supposed to have come from. But it's a nice new unit. And it'll more than likely make Games Workshop some money. Because it looks like it could be good for, as a base for kit bashing, all sorts of stuff. There we go. A third floor. These are taking a while. I thought these would go together much easier than what they have. It's the floors. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's the floors. Compared to Marines, true, but we've not played since I've got other armies. So I have several other armies now that I've yet to play. So, although yeah, you may get Marines again, there is also the possibility that you may get Marines of a different flavour. Red ones, crazy nutters, running at you. Or you may get bugs. Or you may get the pointy ears, or you may get guardsmen and tanks, because I can do them now as well. The last playthrough when I only had Orcs and Space Marines. My overall collection has gone up quite a lot since then. In fact, you've got my Tyranid Codex. So you can plan a Tyranid army if I remember rightly. And you're also aware of 90% of what I have available to field. If not everything I have available to field. So even if to a degree you don't have everything you want, you can always borrow something from High Fleet Lazarus. And try and fill it all in from there. Tower taking over at the moment. Tower should just go milking. Silly cow people. Let's go out there and try and think with. Yeah, they're the teenagers of the galaxy. What they need to do is shut up, sit down, and let the grown-ups get on with it. As they found out in the Plague Wars. And when they found a dreadnought that was older than they are. And I don't just mean older than the guy that found it, I mean older than they are as a species. I mean, you telling me that's not a daunting thing to find? You come out there and then all of a sudden this one guy has got a sarcophagus. He's older than your entire race. suppose that's how a lot of countries look at when they see England and Britain. So we have quite a lot of 2 and 1 story buildings. I'm going to put them away because it's hurting my hands now. And it's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. So we shall have a bit of pizza and we shall see what everyone else is up to. What is everyone else doing? Have you been working on anything nice? Let's see if he's going to let me resolve the... No, he's not. He's not letting me resolve that issue. Ah, that's what you meant lucky by doing your thumb. Right, okay. Took me a minute, but I found it. Oh. Tired and warm is not the word for it. I will tell you that now. Tired and warm is not the word for it. So I have bits to go in there. I'm guessing that's so I can stack these. Like so. Or putting it onto an extra story onto the top of a 2-tier. Could work. Could work. I'm still preferring the 1s and 2s though, leaving just the other ruins to be the 3s, and then I can pair these up like this to make the smaller sections, or even make it a bit longer. And how much of a space and how much ruins I put in there. Yep, 21 degrees at 1 AM. It's not fun, is it, Cam? It's not fun. So that will be how I'm running these. I'm going to put them all together as a 2-floor and a 1-floor at opposing left-handed. So some will make smaller buildings using this one and this one, and then when it uses a larger single floor, I can make it into a larger building overall, so that bigger things can come through the middle here. So it should work. It should hopefully work out. The Mod Podge section is definitely going to be key to this though. Definitely going to be key to this. Let's see if we have you over there. Move this out of the way because it's relatively simple. You making up that one. And ideally I'd have a road in between, which I think I've found somewhere we sell paper, the the foam plates again. So I should be able to get some road tiles made up, and then have like larger buildings there with barricades and things. Where's that barricade gone? Barricades if necessary to help fill out sections. And walls just so I can extend this further down here if necessary. And then have streets, and should be able to lay it out alright. Especially if there's a good a good gap between them. Say for instance that, and then a small street section, and that over there, and then the next building over there should give a nice large street section for tanks and things to move down, but you can also block it off at the other end with the corner of another building, so it's not just a straight line of fire straight down the road. Well, with that, I don't believe anyone's wished to play Space Marine, so fair enough. I shall call it quits tonight, and I shall see everyone on Thursday. We'll carry on with this, I think, on Thursday, or mod podging and carrying on with the arts sector. One of the two, we'll find out. But it is 1 a.m. Thank you very much for everyone who's come to see me this evening. Please drive safe, enjoy yourselves, have some good hobbying, some good practicing, and I will see you again. Bye bye.